Hi, this is Stephen Gregg with the Business Sales Expert, and I'm here with my friend John Johnson. He's actually with a company called rNetwork, and it's an amazing technology that's coming out right now. And we met the other day. I was in Ontario, California at a trade show, and it was really cool because I was walking up and down that day, and I said, I needed to meet some people to invite them to the academy, the Business Sales Accelerator Academy that we own. And I met John, and it was cool because I had met other people over the years that was involved in that company, rNetwork, but I found out that he was one of the top producers in the company. So I told him about the Business Sales Accelerator Academy, and he liked the idea. So we did some training together, and I wanted you to just hear a little bit about the results that he and his team are having by going through the academy. So welcome, John, for coming on with me today. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad to be here. So
Yeah.
The results my team has had from the academy, it's actually really cool. What we decided to do is we got people to download the PDF, download the book, and what I ended up doing as a leader, I said, because I know how it works, I said, you guys can either go through these courses or whatever. I said, but I'll do you one better. I'm going to go through the courses with you. And so I broke it up into different nights. I broke it up into 14 different sessions. You can do it in 2 sessions, 5, 10, whatever. I broke it up into 14 sessions.
Okay.
And every night I walked through the training with my team. And the reason I did it that way is I know a lot about the rNetwork, and I wanted to personalize the training to the rNetwork. And because what I've seen from this training, I've been a trainer myself. I've trained hundreds and hundreds of salespeople all over the years, and in different walks of life and businesses. And I actually, it's kind of funny, when I was reading through the academy, I've been wanting to put something like that together, but I can respect how much time that probably took for you to do that, because I know I've done trainings and it takes a long, long time. What I like about it though, my favorite part is people from the very beginning level all the way up to the high levels will learn something new, even if they've been in sales for decades or they've trained whatever. There's something in there for everybody, and it challenges you to take a look at yourself and improve. And you go through the steps, because people always ask me this, well, when are we going to talk about marketing, or when are we going to talk about prospecting and closing? And I said, we're going to get to all that. And Steve, the way you did it was beautifully done, and because of the stages. And I said, but before we get into that, let's talk about you, and let's see where you're at. Let's see what level you're at, to see which level you need to get to. So by the time we bring you up to that level, then when we go over the prospecting and the sales and get people to show up to your meetings and your events and your calls and everything else, you'll be better at it, and you'll be a better salesperson all around. So I love the personal development aspect of this training, because most trainings I've seen, I haven't seen that at all. In fact, most people don't. They just get right into the other stuff, and I don't believe the students are ready for that yet, or a lot of them may not be. And so the way it built up, and just each training gives you a little bit more, and then to be able to turn around and share it with the team. In fact, it's helping us build dramatically, because it's one of the perks we now use. Why join us? Because there's other teams in the rNetwork. There's other teams in any network. Why us? Well, we can now brag and boast and say we've got exceptional training because of the academy.
Yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that, because you're right. The difference between this training and a lot of trainings that are out there, and there's a lot of great training out there, don't get me wrong, but what I've done is I've taken it from the 3rd grade level. I want to train everyone that is a person that maybe they're scared of network marketing or direct sales, or outside sales. They've never been in it before. Maybe they had 0 success in the past, or maybe they're shy and insecure and have no skill set. That's the big thing right there, no skill set. Maybe they don't know what to do or how to do it, and they have to learn all that. That's what I used to charge $6,000, $10,000, $20,000 for coaching for, because it took so long to take that person from beginning to a 6-figure income earner. It's a long process to go through all the mindset and the belief systems and the skill set to develop that over time. So that's why I developed this, because it's a long process, and I could only help very few people do it. One at a time. Very few people can spend $10,000 to coach with me. that it's only that elite person, but they're already halfway there. So I wanted this year to be able to impact the entire industry of direct sales or in network marketing or outside sales. It really doesn't matter if you're a network marketer or not. If you have to help a person and go generate your own leads and convert those into sales, this training can help a person. It doesn't matter. It's not a network marketing training. It's a training to help a person grow personally and become an expert at direct sales. And it doesn't matter if you're real estate or insurance or network marketing, it doesn't matter. And that's what you're seeing in this training, and that's what makes it so unique. Like you said, why you? Why rNetwork? Because you have this training. That's why this training is so unique. Because everybody in your team can use it no matter what level they're at. They can be brand new. They can be a 7-figure income earner. And by the way, I want them to know a little bit about you, because you're not new to this game, right? So tell us a little bit about you and your background and your experience in the direct sales industry.
Okay, no, perfect. And then before I get into that, I want to tell you one thing, because I think this will make you smile. I've had 7 members already, 7, contact me privately and thank me up and down for this training, because it's helped them in their current job. Not just network marketing, but in their current job. Their performance has improved. So again, thank you so much for sharing this with my team and allowing me to share it with my team and put my little spin on it.
Absolutely. We'll help get that in writing for me. Send me a testimonial letter about that. That'll help me. I love to read those. That video you sent me the other day, I just love seeing the results. That's why I did this. More than it's not about the money, because the academy is pretty much free. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I really want to help the people learn and, like you said, grow even in their personal business.
Right. No, absolutely. And it definitely helps. And a little bit about me, let's see. Well, here's what's funny. I was in network marketing about 16 or 17 years ago, and I ran into a lot of the things you run into. There's a few superstars out there that can just make really good incomes. But the problem was with most of the opportunities I've seen, and I live here in Utah, where it's the mecca of network marketing. It just is. And so 1 to 3% of the people were making a lot of money, and nobody else was really making anything. And it's been like that for a long, long, long time. Yeah. And I kept telling myself, I kept thinking, if I'm going to go and look my friend in the eyes and say, hey, you can make a lot of money, knowing that the odds were really stacked up against them because the math just didn't work. I couldn't do that. I couldn't. My question has always been, if I want to bring somebody into a business opportunity, I have to ask myself one question. And it's not how much money can I make, it's can I sleep at night? Right. And I look somebody in the eyes and say, hey, you're a family member, you're a friend, you're a colleague, you're somebody I know, you're in my inner circle. I don't want to bring you into this business and tell you you're going to make a lot of money unless I believe you can do it even as the average Joe. And what rNetwork, what I've learned over the years is I've trained people in sales teams and from medical sales to real estate appraising to all sorts of different things. I learned you can take the average person, but you have to give them a lot of tools. You have to give them a little bit more than the sensational superstar, because they can get there. And what rNetwork kind of did is they've taken the guesswork out. They allow people to save money. We don't sell anything. We share savings. It's crazy. So I was actually at a place today that a big marketing agency that I hired actually, and myself and part of our upline pays for marketing and branding for our team. And I sat and I spoke with one of their vice president of sales and their entire staff. Sure. And we'll share the rNetwork because they need to learn about us because they're marketing for us.
Right.
Their employees' eyes are they're getting huge. And I said, listen, if I can show you a way where you can go and save money without changing your spending habits on your car, on your mortgage, on your cell phone, on all sorts of walks of life, different things you spend money on anyway. Even if you make no money at all, but here's what you make every month, here's what you spend every month. I can increase that. And will that help your life in any way? And all of them said, absolutely would. And when I explained what rNetwork does for small businesses, what it does for employees, as a perks and all that, and I'm not going to get into a big rNetwork.
Yeah, of course.
But because that's what it's about. But I'm just saying, I found the company online that has solved the problem that I always thought the biggest issue in network marketing was attrition, the lack of retention. If people save more than they're spending, they're never going to leave. Why
That's right. That's right.
And that's what we found, and that's why I just proudly promote our network, and I quickly became a leader in the company.
Yeah, and and I appreciate that. And you are one of the top leaders. I think you're one of the top income earners in the company, and the company hasn't even really launched yet, which is awesome. And one of the things I want to say though, it's great to have a great product, because there's a lot of people that are watching this right now. You might be in different network marketing companies. You might be in a different direct sales company. You might sell real estate. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, this is the one phrase I've learned over the years. And that's why this is so important. The best trained team wins. You can have the most outstanding products, but if the people aren't trained in how to give it away or sell it or promote it or market it or talk to people about it, it doesn't matter. You can have the best product in the world. If they don't know how to communicate the message to get your product into other people's hands and get them to give them a credit card so they can sign up, they're not going to build the business. If a person's in real estate, if they're a real estate investor or a real estate agent or in the real estate industry at any part, if they don't know how to get their customers to want to do business with them, they're not going to succeed. And it doesn't matter. So that's why, I appreciated you. You did the most important thing that I see, and that's what I'm trying to convey to a lot of these people out here that are watching, maybe watching this message right now. What they need to be doing is taking this message, taking this training, and adding it as their training system, just like you did. I don't want it to be my training system anymore. It's your training system, just like you did. And that's smart. That's a smart way to do it, because I didn't build this system so I could be the end all be all. I'm just a system, a tool in your business. And that's what you've done. And now what you do, and what other people that are watching this should do, is join the training, get the book, and then do the same thing. Get everybody in their team that wants to build the business saying the same words. Because if everybody's learning the same words and the same tools and the same techniques, then you can get massive momentum growth. Think about this. McDonald's, they got probably, and this is just my opinion, because since this is recorded, probably the worst hamburgers on the planet. This is my opinion, right? But I'll tell you what, they're still the biggest in the world. Why? Because they have the best system of duplication. Their system is so airtight, they can have people that don't even speak the language to do it. And high school students could run the business. That's because they have a system. The way they flip their burgers is the same everywhere. The way they season the burgers are the same everywhere. The way they clean the bathroom is the same everywhere. It's a system. It don't need to be the best tasting. It just needs to have a great system. And that's why, one of the biggest network marketing companies in the world right now, they have the best system. You know who that company is. Starts with an A. They've been around the world for 50 years or 60 years. They just have the best system. They don't even have the best comp plan, but they got the best system. And that's why they've lasted for 70 years. And that's what we've implemented here. And that's what you're implementing in your business, a 100% duplicatable system that you didn't have to pay for. When has that ever happened in the industry of direct sales or network marketing?
Yeah, exactly. I know. I want to point something out too. You said a duplicatable system. I just got off a call before I jumped on this one, and I was making an analogy, and I said a lot of times when people want to join your business or join you, they ask you the question, do you have a duplicatable system? And do you know what they're expecting the answer to be? And it blows my mind every time. They want to hear you say, "Oh, I've got a funnel system. I've got autoresponders. I've got." I said, you know what? You can go get those all over the place. There's thousands of those available. I said, but an autoresponder and a funnel marketing system is not a duplicatable system. No. That's a small piece of a duplicatable system. I said, let me tell you what a duplicatable system is. And I told this gentleman, I said, this is a duplicatable system. Support, excellent training, leadership, and your marketing, your funnels, all that, teaching people to prospect, teaching people confidence, teaching people how to close. Because even if you bring leads into that funnel system, first of all, how do you get the leads to bring them in?
Right.
And then once you do get them in, how do you prospect? How do you close those leads? Because you can have 5 million leads. If you can't close them, that's not duplicatable. And if you can't teach your team how to do the same thing, that also is not duplicatable. So I said, all those things are cool, but those are pieces of the duplicatable system. The largest missing piece of a duplicatable system is how well trained your team is period, end of story. I believe
That's
that
right.
100%, and it's been true in every business I have built. I've built it quickly because I've trained my team effectively.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that's the whole point of the Academy. That's why I did this. This industry's done so much for me over the years, personally, in my character, in my family and everything else. I wanted to give back to the world. That's why I did it. That's why I'm not charging $25 or $50 a month or $100 a month or which is worth far more than that. But I didn't want to do that. And just so you know what's coming shortly, my partner and I, we're actually going this weekend to get away for 3 days. We're going to be producing more content on the rest of those parts. We're going to have an accountability tracking system that's going to be added to the Academy. We're going to be adding marketing on how to do funnels, but not just how to buy a funnel. We're going to be teaching you step by step how to build the funnel. So you're not even going to have to learn how to build it. We're going to teach you right there and show you screenshots of how to build the funnel step by step and how to use lead magnets, how to create the lead magnet, how to run Facebook ad campaigns. All of that's going to be in the Academy, and it's not going to be any additional charge. What we're going to do is we're going to make this the best training system out there for free. And, they buy a $20 book or, they may get the funnels or whatever they're going to do. But bottom line is these people that join this program and people that like you that have used this as their training system are going to produce a multi-million-dollar business. And that's my belief. I believe without doubt, the people that establish this as their system is going to take their business to a whole new level.
No, I'm already seeing it. So, and I've only been teaching it for 2 weeks. So, and you know what else it does? It creates team unity, and it creates a culture within your team. Because you as an upline, if you train your team and you spend that extra time and effort, they see that. In fact, that testimonial video I sent you, you heard that. You heard him talking about that.
Right.
But it does it. It permeates, and it creates a culture and an expectation, and it actually takes your team to a higher standard. And because they're watching what their leaders are doing, they're thinking, "Gosh, I'm aspiring to do that myself for my organization," and it does. It trickles all the way down. And so, just the training, the fact that you're taking the time to do it, the people do appreciate that. They notice that kind of stuff, and the effectiveness of the material and everything else like that. I couldn't have written a better training myself, and I've written a lot of trainings. So kudos to you. And it was so funny because while I was reading through it, I worked a job in Atlanta years ago, and they would fly me all over the country to close big deals. And they actually called me the closer. My nickname was the closer. And so I went out and did that, and I've trained so many people, and I've written all these manuals. And when I was reading through that, I'm like, yep. There's nothing in there I did not agree with 100%. From A to Z, and for me, I'm very picky. I'll be honest with you. I'm picky because I've been in sales for many, many years. I don't just endorse anything. I endorse this 100%, 1000%. I mean, I completely endorse it. I'm glad we met. It's been really cool getting to know you a little bit. And this training is exceptional. It's very, very good, and I highly recommend it. And that's coming from a guy who's been in sales since he's 15 years old. Now I'm 45, 30 years in sales, and I will not teach anybody anything else outside of this training. That's how good it is.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Well, that's a compliment and a half, I'm gonna tell you, because and it's funny how this all came about. Like I said, I didn't create this training with the intent to give it away. That wasn't the intent. People paid thousands of dollars for this training. And when I did it, that's why it's so complete, because it wasn't a free training. It was a paid training that people paid. And then I recorded the training. It was 6 hours, 4 days in a row of training. That's how it started. So I poured everything into it. They paid for it, so I poured everything into the training. Then what ended up happening, I was training them for every single week, and which is not even in there yet. That's coming too. That's another 26 hours of training that's coming to the Training Academy shortly. But I started training them every week, and then I started realizing that slowly but surely, people were getting the results and getting better and better results. And I said, how can I get more people into this? So that's when I started selling it for $1,000 to $3,000 a piece. But then I was like, it's too slow. I want more people to get the message. This information is too good to be sitting there and not getting out to the masses. So that's when I decided to give it away. I decided, I don't want this to be just a profit center. I want it to be a system that anyone, without excuse, they can be broke. They don't have to have a skill set. They don't have to have a belief system, no upline support, no team support, nothing. They can come in this training and I will become their 7-figure income earner trainer and teach them how to go from where they are to where they want to be. And so everyone is now without excuse. And so it's so impressive to hear you say, what you said about this training, because it was built by accident, but now it's very deliberate. I have an intent to change the industry of network marketing, direct sales, and the sales industry as a whole.
I know, that's awesome. No, I appreciate it. I mean, very much, very much so. Like I said, we've enjoyed going through it, and in fact, I've done the same thing. I record it, I offer it to my team. There is a major perk for being on my team is this training. I mean, it's just people don't feel like they're left alone, and they feel like they're getting all the resources they need. Then you add on the marketing and everything else we do on our team. It's crazy. So we give so much support because, again, I think you and I'm going to say it, might sound fun, we're cut from the same cloth. I mean, just,
right.
We believe in
the
best way to, yeah, exactly. The best way to build teams is to develop people.
Yeah.
Period. And you've got, and it's work, and it takes commitment and stuff. And I tell my team all the time, I can help you get up here where I'm at, but you got to meet me halfway. And part of meeting me halfway is going through the training. Take the time to learn and develop and push yourself and get better. One thing I tell my team every day is I said, wake up today better than yesterday and make tomorrow better than today. If you're not progressing, you're actually declining. There's no status quo.
That's right.
You're either going one direction or the other. And because the next guy, he's going this way. And if you're not going that way with him, you're not going to catch up. And that's just the way the world works. And you've always got to be pushing. And I always tell people, do not be afraid of excellence. It's out there for everybody. And again, whether you're a novice, whether you're an expert, it doesn't matter. Go through the training and you're going to push yourself a little more. You're going to learn a lot and you will get better. You'll start moving that way. And that's the direction everybody should be moving.
That's right. Well, John, I appreciate you being on today. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Any last words really quick you'd like to share with everybody watching right now?
Just, believe in yourself. Don't change who you are. Just create a better version of that. And so always be you, because everybody's given unique abilities, and we're all a little different, which what makes the world exciting and fun. Sure. Don't try to change who you are. Just make a better version of you, and start with the training. And because what it's going to do is going to give you confidence, and it's going to give you've got the ability. It's in there. Some people don't recognize it yet. Yeah. And even if you think you have the ability and you're all the way there, still go through it, because you're going to find one thing I noticed with myself as someone who's been in sales forever. It's easy to overlook the small things. And that's one thing it reminded me, oh yeah, I used to do this a couple years ago, but I forgot. And it's right here in the training. I got to start doing this again. Like these little steps and things. So even if you're way up here at this level, you can always, life gets busy and stuff, and you just start forgetting little things and little techniques that worked for you 10 years ago that you just completely lost. Yeah. And it just, when you go through training, it's almost like a reminder. It's like, I did do that and it worked really well. Why don't I do that anymore? That kind of stuff. And so that's what I mean. There's something for everybody in this, because I don't see anything in there that's been missed. That's what I love about most training. You get pieces. This, you get the entire, it's like the whole puzzle all in one. So that's
the whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada, exactly.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, John. Thank you again for being here today. And I look forward to talking to you soon and coming out and working with you and your team.
Awesome. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Well, have a good night.
You too. All right. Thanks.
All right, thank you.